So I go on Reverb the other day and I ordered a delay, and it was about $175. So I get the delay, and I noticed it doesn't have a battery compartment, so you gotta unscrew the back. So I finally get around to doing that yesterday. Well, there's no battery connection in there, so you gotta have a power supply. Well, the guy didn't send me a power supply. So, I emailed the dude. I said, no power supply? He goes, no, it's just as described, in the script. So I went back and looked, I was like, well, did I overlook the, power supply not included part? And well, that wasn't on there. So I have no way of knowing that, this thing needs an external power supply. So I said, look, what I've got here on hand is inoperable. I can't turn it on. I have no way to power this thing up. What do you expect me to do? So he goes, well, I've described it. It works completely, 100%. I said, listen, it doesn't work. What I've got right now is a $175 paperweight, and this thing doesn't work. I said, look, you can you can make all your apologies, whatever it is you want to do, but the fact of the matter is you didn't accurately describe the item, because like you just said in your email, all it needs is a power supply. I said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All it needs is a power supply. Where's the power supply? He said, well, you can get an $8 power supply. I said, well, here's what I'll do. I said, you can text me the link to the $8 power supply. I don't have the specs on this pedal. I don't know what kind of power supply it takes. So just text me the link to the power supply you're talking about, and I will go out, I'll buy the power supply, and then you can reimburse me for the $8. So that was yesterday afternoon. So he didn't respond. So I've been waiting here to get his response to that. So finally I checked about an hour ago, and I see something from him. I didn't even bother reading what it said. There was 2 links in there. All I wanted to do was link to the power supply and buy the thing. So I click on the first link. It's a link to something completely different. So there's a second link in there. I go down I click on that. It's a link to something else. So I start reading the message, and this guy, he doesn't want to help me out. He wants to be a smartass. I'm new to buying guitar pedals. Guitar pedals, don't come with power supplies. If you'd have bought it new, it wouldn't have had a power supply. Yeah, and it would have also said power supply sold separately. There would have been a disclaimer telling me that I needed an additional item to make the thing function. So he wants to try to just, it's all my fault. I haven't been buying pedals. I have a brand new tube. I have a tube screamer I bought brand new that's older than he is. I've been buying, he says he's been buying pedals for 10 years. I've been buying pedals for 40 years. It's always somebody else's fault. So, I gave this guy ample opportunity to make me whole. He doesn't want to, you know, all he wants to do is just try to pass the buck. You know, he's probably some millennial, you know, he can't, it hurts him to admit that he didn't, you know, make his listing correctly. He doesn't want to help me in any form or fashion. And if he would have just said, man, my bad, I should have put that on the listing. What do you want me to do? I said, hell, forget about it, man. I just, you know, just tell me what I need to get and I'll get it. No. He wants to make an issue. He sent me a letter this long. I ought to read some of it to y'all, but I don't have my phone with me. But, you know, he's just like a snot-nosed brat. That's all he is. Probably. That's the way he talks, writes. So, what do you guys think? Am I out of the ballpark on this thing? Let me know in the comments, because, you know, I'm not angry or anything. It has nothing to do with that. It's just, I got an item, I don't have the ability to turn it on. He's got my money, which I assume is spending, you know, with no issues whatsoever. So all this is a transaction. This is a business transaction, you know. If the condition of the item says that it's excellent and you can't turn it on, then it's inoperable. It doesn't even work. But he wanted to kind of keep escalating this thing. Doesn't want to admit a mistake. Doesn't want to bend, you know, an inch. He just wants to double down on dumbassedness. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm interested.